for today. It's like it's day 1 and the sun is about to set. All right, so we're transitioning from the first day of Passover, which was sunset yesterday, and it's going to be ending here when the sun sets, and then we're going to begin day 2. Now for day 1, hey, good job, baby, good job. Day 1 is all about hope. Okay, hope is just becoming aware of a possibility, and that's what I gave when I gave the instructions of what to expect. I was me laying out the possibilities of what could take place. Now, day 2, we're going to transition from hopefulness to mindfulness. All right? Now, hopeful. Notice I said hopeful, because in the beginning of the hope, when it comes to this area, we might have been in a state of hopelessness. And that's why we need the Lord to pass over, so we can transition from a state of hopelessness to hopefulness. Because when you go from hopelessness to hopefulness, because the Lord passes over, we get to go into a place of mindlessness, the transition at mindlessness to a mindfulness. And this is what happens as we transition. And so this is just us enjoying the second day of Passover. You know, we're just getting there to that place. To the place where God is saying, you the one. You are the one. Okay? So I want to thank you for setting aside time. Again, I want to thank you for setting aside time and activating that time. All right? Because now we're going from day 1 to day 2. Okay? And these are just some of the foundational keys that we talked about. All right? And it talks about, if you study Passover, the book of Exodus, it talks about when the people were crying out to God. And I don't know, but it says God put inside of you a spirit that's going to cry out to him. And so it cries, Abba. You know, Christ did that when he was on the cross. He called out to the Father, and we're part of his body. So we're in a position to call out to the Father too. So again, as we go through these days, we're going to take our time, we're going to meditate. Remember, when you're hopeful, it can enter into your mind and you can become mindful. All right? And so as we're talking about, we went from hopelessness, God's passing over, we're expecting, and we're moving into mindfulness. So remember, enjoy the day on purpose and with purpose, and ask the Lord to pass over. You hear that? We got to hit me. You see that? Yes. And see, when God is in us, it feel like we got a big engine. We got a divine engine that can help us to go beyond and above what we can ask or think. That's right. And see, we got to understand, now we can think. What, I can think about things when I'm in God's presence? Yes. You can. Yes, you can. You see that? And then we learn to put on the mind of Christ, that we can divide our thoughts from the thoughts, the mind of Christ. Yes. You see that? Yes. Yes. You hear that? Even the youth agree. So I want to thank you for setting aside time once again and activating the time that you set aside. I want you to meditate on these things. How God has pulled us from a hopelessness state of mind with his key of it, realizing that God can, he does love you, to getting hopeful, believing that God can, and now you're thinking in your mind, you're meditating because God has surrounded you with people that actually loving on you. So thank you. I'm Pastor Woodard from Livable Word Church. And be encouraged to ask the Lord to pass over. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.